Hi guys, welcome to my first video. Today we're going to edit this image. It's a Burano just outskirt of Venice. Alright, so since we see the actual image, let's get back to Lightroom and start editing this image and hopefully look similar as this. So I think this image I edited this about 4 years ago, I believe. Not sure. So this is my second time in Burano, so totally recommend it. Okay, alright. Okay, let's open Lightroom. Okay, just bad my computer quite slow, so especially I'm doing screen recording slow. Gonna make it even slow. Alright, so this is my DNG file. Let's load them all in. Okay, so click on add and import. Alright, so our image is in the Lightroom ready. Alright, let's see, let's check our image. Okay guys, just by the way, this image is shot it in on my old Lumit camera. It's Panasonic camera and it's GX7 if I show you the information. So it's a DNG file and it's shot in Lumit 25mm 1.7 lens, and also it's equipment to 50mm full frame, so just in case if anyone wants to know. And the lower ISO that I can go is pretty much 200, so yeah, and that's all the setting what I use. But to be fair, I didn't shot in manual, so I pretty much shot in aperture priority, so pretty much the camera control all the shutter speed. So, and all I have to do is just keep on f8 because I just want the sharpest image as possible and the lower noise. So I'm gonna break down why I picked these three images. First thing first is because I shot that on f8. I'm always shot my image on f8, and because of I try to keep all the sharpness of the image if I want to print that larger. And I know that I also want to shot that in f16 because I want a starbird of the light. Oops, click the wrong button. Go back. So I think I shot f8. Let's see. Yeah, f8. I think I shot two images in f8, and then the final image shot that. I'll take that in f16. So you can see it's got a little bit of starbird, and I'm really like it a lot because it add a little bit depth into the image. So, and just in case anyone wondering why I'm shot two images, not just one image, because I want to shoot in multiple images because I know there was still some tourists there, and as you can see, it's a couple there walking, and I'm only shoot like about 3 second shutter speed, and it's just not enough blur for me to remove them. So I just shot two frame, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blend them in Photoshop afterward. So yeah, so you can see the image got potential because see how calm the water is. I wish that I got some color in the sky, but like I say, in landscape you can't have everything. But I kinda like it anyway because I love the blue hour moment. Just give this area a little bit of cold feel to it, I think. So anyway, so let's go back to just a bit of shortcut to get back to the grid view. You hit a G. To go back to a develop mode, hit D for the shortcut. And bear in mind that I'm going to be using Apple, so some of the keyboard shortcut might be different to Windows. For example, if I'm say command, I believe that's mean control in Windows, and if I say option, that's mean all in Windows. So just a little bit of clarification. Alright, let's edit this image. So let's start with the first one. Okay, first thing first, what I normally do is I just go to lens collection and make sure that I tick all the remove comb aberration and also even profile. But because I'm shot on the Lumit camera, it kind of got built-in rain collection already, so I don't have to do anything. But if I shot that in my Sony camera, I pretty much just tick all these boxes, just try to like keep all the distortion minimum. Okay, so just one more thing. You can see that every time I collapse the panel and it just go back to normal. If you want to have exactly what I got, so what you do, right click to one of the panel and then you click on solo mode and you pretty much get exactly what I get. Like every time I go to the panel and then it just collapse it for you automatically. Okay, let's see, what am I doing? Okay, go to basic. Actually, no, I'm not going to basic. I'm gonna hit R on the keyboard. Want to correct the horizon first. I should not like it. I don't think it's straight. So I'm going to click on the angle too and then just level them. Okay, it doesn't seem weird to me. Let's see, I can do manually. Adjust. Okay. Yeah, seems straight to me. Just kind of eyeball it. Oh, I just don't like when it crop it. Okay, hit enter. Seems alright. And I also go to transform 2. I just don't like the way the house is leaning. But to be fair, you don't have to correct it because I believe it's Venus, so somehow might be a little bit leaning. That's usual. So, but for me, it's just too lean to me. So I normally just go to auto and then just correct a little bit perspective. Still get a little bit leaning on the left hand side of the house, but it's just minimal. And obviously, you can just go into this manual mode and then editing them manually, like make it all the house are straight. But because this is Venus, but Burano, I believe somehow that is slightly lean a bit, so I just don't want to overcorrect it. So just hit auto, pretty much fix some of the issue. Alright, now let's start editing. So click on basic. In the picture, I'm not going to touch all the white balance because I'm very happy with the white balance. I think I don't know. I kind of like the color at the moment. It just gives a little bit cold feel to this, to this image. So all I have to do is just pretty much hit the exposure, bring them up a bit, not that much. So bring them down, bring them down, bring them down. Okay, to bring them down, like I think let's bring them down about 15. I said 25 actually. No, 0.25. Sorry. Now what I do, I'll just bring down the highlight. Just get a little bit the sky back. Bring up the shadow a bit. Okay. Oop, too much. I don't want to bring that much. So yeah. So should I increase the white? To be fair, I don't want to increase the white. I might leave that to normal. So yeah, that pretty much what I do in Lightroom. I know like more people are actually going through in depth in Lightroom that what they normally do. But for me in Lightroom, I just try to keep image more flat as possible because I'm gonna be do a lot of work in Photoshop anyway. But obviously, I know that Lightroom is very powerful software, and then you can do so much thing to it. But for me, for the image, it's kind of work for me because, and also I try to keep it very basic as possible. So that's pretty much what I adjust to the image. And as you can see that it's not a lot of work I have to go through because what you see, what you get of the image, is, well, it's Burano, and during the time of day it's just so calm, and I don't know, it's just so peaceful about image. That's what I want to actually bring to the audience, I guess. So, all right, let's see anything I want to adjust. So yeah, that's that for my third image. What I normally do it because I want to copy this setting. I believe if you hit Shift Command C, and you can copy all the settings. So what I do, I just take out the box and then copy that, and then hit the G, or you can hit the right arrow to move to the next image. And what you do is actually, let's see. Okay, so to paste it, you just hit Shift Command V. There you go, and then it should paste all the setting into the image. Let's see the difference. Yeah, that's what I like. Okay, let's do with the last image that shot with f16. You can see the image slightly darker. I might have to adjust the exposure to match the other image. So what we do again, Shift Command V to paste the setting. Let's see what's different. I might bring exposure up a bit. About two, one more. It's kind of cool. Okay, hit G again, and I just want to see all three in one panel. So to do it, just hit command and then just select all the image and hit N. And what I do is just bring all the three images into one panel. Yeah, this image is slightly brighter than I thought. I might bring down the highlight. Okay, too much. Alright, go back. Hit the N to go back to this panel. Okay, I think I'm happy with it. So that's pretty much. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to take all the image and import it into Photoshop. So the way I normally do it is just highlight all that image and then Shift Command E for the shortcut. Take you to export panel and scroll down to file setting. What I do it, I'm always export it in TIFF, and then select the Pole Photo RGB and compression none. Make sure you bed depth is 16-bit component, because we're gonna do a lot of editing. Well, not that much because I try to keep it basic as possible, but 16-bit, that's the best file to use. So yeah, and that's it. And then just export. Oh, in case, just in case that if you don't know where you file that's going to be, what I normally do is I just export it to my desktop. So you can export to your own folder if you want, but for me in desktop easy, and then I can organize it later where that file want to go. Alright, so just to remind the settings for image format TIFF, Pole Photo RGB, compression none, 16-bit, hit import. Oh, another thing before, just to remind you, the plugin that we're going to be using today is I'm using quite a lot as my workflow. I'm going to be using a Nik Collection Color Effect Pro. I will show you where that is. It's a paid plugin, but I'm totally recommend it, especially for landscape and cityscape. So let's go to Google, and then what you do is just type in Nik Collection. I got that there already. And it should be on top of your search, to be fair, because Nik software is now part of Google. So you click on Nik software collection, click on plugin and Color Effect Pro. Right now it's about £133, very expensive I know, but you can download a free trial and see that you like it or not. So I recommend it to click that free trial. And if you like it, you can buy it, or you can wait. Maybe I do sometimes. I do like a promotion, especially during Black Friday. So maybe like that, reduce it down to half of the price. So yeah, just show you that what plugin I use, and just to be clear, I didn't get paid by Nick Collection. So alright, let's close this down. Bring actually gonna show you how do you load all the image, how do you load stack of image in one go. So you click on file, you click on I forgot now, import script, oh yeah, skip, and then load file into stack, and then click on browse, and select all the image that you want to import in. So mine is our TIFF file, not the JPEG one. Okay, open. Say okay. Okay, waiting for Photoshop to load. Okay. Ah, okay. Oh, just in case that if anyone Photoshop panel is different than mine, what I do is I go to workspace, and the one that I use is workspace, and then click on photography. So and then use your work panel or your workspace should look similar to mine. And what I normally do it on the screen, I try to make it small possible because I'm always looking the screen quite a lot sometimes, because just to see that what's image what look like in a thumbnail. And I would recommend you guys look in this smaller image all the time every time you edit an image. It's very helpful, especially like it tell you straight away what's that look good or not in the thumbnail. Okay, let's see. Alright, since you got the workspace set out, and click. So the way I work it, I normally work on full screen. So I hit F one more time, and seriously, oh, to move the image, you hit the space bar and then click the left click on the mouse. But I'll actually use the stylus pen, so make it even easier. So and then you can move it. Okay, to zoom in, zoom out, you hit the command minus. So you can zoom in, zoom out. I'm gonna be doing this a lot like this because sometimes I'll just scale my image down to like very small. I just want to see that what look like in the small version, and then just bring it back up. Just Control plus, Control minus to like zoom in, zoom out, and to make it fit into your screen, shortcut is Command 0. There you go. But I'll change it, bring it back and work on this screen because my MacBook is quite small. I only got 15-inch MacBook Pro, so yeah, I tend to work like that. And your panel might be different because I move all my panel to the right hand side. Just that way I get more room to the left, and the more space better. Okay, and I think what I normally do is if you do a right click on this gray, I think in your Photoshop might be different color, but you want to change color, you just right click on it. In default, I think it's just like that. So you got black, dark gray, medium, light gray, and or you can choose your own color. But for me, it's like dark gray or light gray kind of work perfectly. So yeah, so get easy for the eye. So alright, so I think that's pretty much for the shortcut I normally use. But like I say, if you got any question, just leave me the comment and I will answer it. Alright, let's go to the image. Oh, another thing I'm always work with my history on because I'm always do Control C, like going back all the time. So on my stylus pen, I'll set the shortcut on my pen every time I hit a backspace. It's always go back to two step, or sometimes I want to go back like very quickly. I just like click did history, So to make my work flow a little bit efficient, and I recommend you guys do the same. Okay, so let's organize the image. Okay, this is F16. The reason I know it because it's got Starboard there. So what I do, I'm gonna name the image F16. You can name whatever you want. Bring it to the top. Okay. So I'm gonna put it F8. F8. Oop. Okay. To make sure the image are not moving. Oh, bad man, I shot all the image in tripod. So that's why all the images are matching each other. So okay. Alright. Okay, so this is gonna be my actual main image that we're gonna be working on, and also the second image is just to get rid of all the tourists. So that's what I want. That's why I'm at the second image, and the third image is just at the starboard. So that's what we're gonna be working on. So let's group them together. So you hold Shift and hit the third layer F16 and hit Command G to group them. Let's just name them so we know what that is. So let's just say adjust this row, ADJ, and then row. You can name whatever you want, so up to you. Alright, let's start editing. Let's put layer mask on all these images. Actually, let's hide this image. Let's put layer mask on this image. So, and then what I do is I'll click on layer mask bottom here, and then I hit the Alt key. In Mac is Option. And what I do is to turn the layer mask into black, so that way I can brush them. Alright, let's see. First thing first, I want to remove this people here. Oh, just another shortcut. So, by the way, I hit the B button to exit to the brush mode. Well, you can see that, or you can just click that here. So, B, and what I do is always to change the size of the brush. You click in the mouse. You click on left click and you just hold and then move to the left or to the right just to increase the brush. So, and then to increase the height of the brush, you move up or down. So, okay, you move down, you just increase the height. You can see that there. For me, I'm gonna leave that 41. And make sure flow is 100% because we're gonna be brushing them. And make sure your color palette is set to black and white. And if you hit X, make sure you palette it on white because white it show what underneath the layer, black it to hide them. And then we got all that, and then we're gonna brush them. I hope. Let's see. There you go, magic. Oh, gone. No need to use constant too. Okay. Okay, let's see. I can brush a little bit more. Oh, nice. There you go. All done. Okay, let's see. If you keep the Option key, it should reveal what you have been brushed. So there you go. Or you can hit a / key. You can see the actual brush that you've been brushing. And now my computer is pretty much kick on the fan because for some reason it's so intense right now. Okay, I wonder if I can brush these people out. If you hold the chip button and then click on the layer mask, it should reveal the actual layer underneath. I mean layer of the image. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna have to use another frame. Okay, let's zoom back out. Control minus, and then hit spacebar to move it. Let's see. I might be able to copy the F16 twice and then use that layer. I believe if F16 is that people is not there, yeah, I might use F16 twice actually. Actually I don't have to. Should turn on F16 and then hit Alt. Actually hit Option. That's Mac. And then there you go. Put layer mask on that, and then just brush that. Nice. Just create the brush side a bit and slowly brush down. Oh, nice, exactly what I wanted. So that's it, voila. That's how you remove all the tourists. Nice and easy. Okay, so let's just zoom out. Not bad. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, forgot. I need to add a starburst. So let's see. Okay. Let's just decrease the flow down to, I don't know, 70% because I just don't want it to get too intense. And then turn the soft brush to very soft. Put it to 0. And let's just brush it. See what happens. Look at that. Magic. That's why I love Photoshop. Well, I know some people don't, but okay, I think that's it. Let's see, I can add, oh, this light totally blow out. I think I can recover the information from it, but hopefully I can add a little bit of starburst to it. Oh, nice. Oh, I like it. Oh, by the way, this video went from 30 minutes already. God, I'll try to make it quick as possible, but it's kinda hard while I'm talking at the same time. I might have to cut some of the bit out, but I don't know how, but we'll see. Okay, so that's done. Let's just click on art with this eyeball here, see what we done. Look at that, not bad. Okay, let me make it smaller a bit. Let's see. I think, let's see what it look like from outside. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but it creates like a dark halo. I think my exposure is not matching to underneath there. We will fix that later, let's add our stuff. But first, okay, what's that? All you do in Photoshop is just brush. Nice and easy. want to fix this frame. Just increase the bus edge a little bit harder, and make sure you change that to black because you're going to brush some of the unwanted frame back in. I really don't like this black edge here. But I'm using stylet pen, so make it easy to like brush in, brush out. So I have to just increase the pressure on my pen, and then I just like increase the intensity of the brush. But you use the mouse, it's gonna be slightly different, but it still work, still do the job. So, but I kind of like the pen because it makes life much easier. So, okay. To be fair, I have too much fun doing that. Just brush in, brush out. All right, let's see what's different. In, on, off, on and off. Oh, okay. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this antenna here. I don't know, like a telephone antenna here. I just find a way to distract. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a new layer by hit the plus sign here, and we hit a new layer. Let's just name them. So to try to keep everything organized. Clean up. Hit the S key to take you to a constant 2. Zoom in a bit. Maybe not too bad. Okay, let's see how I'm gonna do this. Hit Option key to sample the texture that you want to constant. I think I want to copy this part here. I don't know, it's not really matching, but let's see. Ooh. Let's try again. Okay. Alright, let's just brush them out. It's not bad. I think that's a good job. Let's just brush some of this bit. Oh, way to break. Let's sample some of the sky, because I can see some of the bit up there. Okay, so that bit done. And what I normally do, I'm not going to constant the whole antenna. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to healing brush 2. So hit J key on your keyboard. It's this one here. And pretty much just brush all the antenna. And hopefully it should take all this bit away and sample all the sky, and then so that way I don't have to manually constant them. Look at that, magic, done. Just go in 1-to-1 just to double check it's no any halo into the sky. Seems right to me. So let's remove this bit. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Okay, hit S key, go back to constant. Hit Option key to sample the bit. I'm going to sample this bit. Make sure I line them properly, and then just brush that in. Okay, that one's done. Make it bus size smaller. Okay. Alright. Okay, hit the J key to go back to healing brush 2, and then I'm gonna brush all this away. Okay. A little bit more. No. Let's see, I done. Yeah, it's done a pretty good job. Just do a little bit clean up. Gonna go back to constant 2. Just gonna clean up some of this bit here. To be fair, you don't have to. You're not gonna be able to see it. Oh, by the way, just to let you see that shot that on my third camera, you can see a little bit of noise and grain there. But we can remove that later on and then add some more grain in camera roll afterward. I think acceptable. To be fair, no one going to zoom in 1:1 and then look at it. Normally people just look at the image like this anyway, especially nowadays with all this income. I've got one more thing I need to remove. I think 2 more things that distract me. This Y here. Hit the S key constant. Push that way, push that way. Okay, love it. Zoom in a bit. Make it brush size smaller. Okay, right. Okay, well, actually I can show something quite distracting. Okay. Alright, zoom back out. Okay. I'll make sure you guys check all the sky, make sure you got no dust spot or anything. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we move on to the next step. So but then again, on final step we're gonna be like do more cleaning anyway. But during this stage it's kinda good housekeeping to make sure that you got all unwanted item in here. Especially dust spots. Oh, you can see a little bit of light here. What happened here? Oh, it's a light on that. Wait. You know what? I'm gonna remove that. Didn't see that when I'm constant. Let's use a healing brush to hit J T on your keyboard, and I believe you can just brush them out. Oh, not all of it. Hit the S key for the constant, but you do it manually. Sample that layer, sample that layer, sample that layer, and just manual brushing it. I think not bad. One more thing that I want to remove is this light here. I know I've been very picky, but just don't like it. It's too distracting. Alright, let me remove it. By the way, we still on a constant too, so just in case. Let's remove some of this bit here too. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. I still don't like this light here and this light here on the water, soft blowout. There's nothing I can do. I can remove it, but it's not gonna make any sense if I remove the reflection of the light because I've got the light up here. So let's just leave it where it was, and then I might actually like darken the blowout highlight a bit. Okay, just to make sure that I've got nothing that I left. Alright, I'm happy with it. Let's move on to the next step. Collab the folder. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna fix this light here because that bothered me. And what we're gonna do, we're going to use shine on mask and target the highlight. So what we do is click on RGB, no, sorry, on the pen. At the moment we're on the layer. Click on channel mask, click on RGB, and then hit Command, and then left click on your mouse, or on my case, it's just click on my pen, and you can see the and here that highlight all the RGB mask. And then what we do is I forgot to do that. Oh, we hit the layer mask here, and it should create a highlight mask, or what you call it, luminosity mask. That's how people call it. And then what you do is you go back to the layer while this layer is still selecting. You know that's a layer selecting because they got layer and thing here. I don't know what you call it. And then you click the folder, and then click on the mask, and it should create a highlight. What you call that? Highlight channel mask. You all clicked it, and you can see what the mask look like. So there you go. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna target the light here. So let's all click again, go back to a color mode, and we're gonna go to the curve adjustment. Okay, let's just bring them down. I think that's all I want. Wondering, I can just brush them in, and then what do we hit Command I to hide the layer, turn it into black. Then what we do, we just brush them in. It's not gonna make much difference, but it just bring down the intensity of the light. Okay. Oh, this light here definitely blow out. That's my fault anyway. I should check the image before I leave. I should bracket them, to be fair, but then again, in the real world, you got to take what you got. So, all right. I think just fix on the frame here. It's not much different. Let's click on and off. Oh, I forgot. I was still on the black brush, so I need to change that to white. So you hit X key, and it should change it to white. That's why it make no difference. Stupid me. There you go. Now you can see. I might change the flow to 20%. I do. Actually, 10%. Don't want to get too intense with this. There you go. Now the light turn to yellowish now, but still look blowout. But slightly make it less intense. A bit off. Not a lot, but oh, hit the wrong button. Okay, this light is doing my head thing. Ooh. Oh, by the way, you can see that I put too much pressure on the brush and then it's come out on the water. So why do I just go back one step on the history? There you go. Make it brush smaller and brush that in, and brush some of this in. I think it made a lot different, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's see. Close it Panya. Still my heading. Let's see on. Let's click on and off. Ooh, you can see different. This light. And oh, just a little bit adjustment, but not really big change. But you know what? I'm happy with it for now. And it kind of look nice anyway, so alright, so let's just name this group fix fix blowout, highlight, light. Oh, okay, so I know what's this layer is. Collect that layer. So let's how are we doing it? Okay, let's create a actually let's go to the filter. Let's go to new collection, color effect filter. Before we do that, we need to create stem layer. To do that, you hit a shift key, command option E. That's on the Mac, by the way. And what I do is just stem all the layer and then put the new layer on top of it. And I'm gonna not that's it. And then to make sure you're on our short layer there, go to filter, and because I'm installed the new collection and I have a color effect pro here. Just in your case, you might not have it because you don't have the new collection, but I totally recommend it plugin. I think one of the best. So, oh, the wrong button. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Alright. So the filter I always use is pro contrast and polarization, and I put that on my favorite. So obviously you can go on and just pick it from here, but I already saved out my favorite already, so it's easy for me to go through them. So anyway, click on Pro Contrast, and you get the slide bar here. What I do, I'll increase a correct contrast, and you can see the difference. He add a contrast to the image, and then add a dynamic contrast. You're gonna bring out, I believe, the highlight. There you go. Now you can see the image come alive. Bring that a bit. I think it's too much. Let's try color. Sorry, correct color cast. Oh, nice. Just bring down the blue a bit. Alright, I think I'm happy with it. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's add a filter on top. Polarization, and add just go on strength, bring back some of the blue. Oh, nice. I like that. And also add some color into the house also. Alright, okay. Oh, by the way, this video was going way too long than I thought, but hopefully helpful to you guys. So I'm sure you guys want to see how I edit my image. So alright, and then let's delete the layer underneath because we don't need that for some reason. Nick collection create another layer for us already, and I'm not gonna name them. I'm gonna leave that color effect. Actually, I'm gonna name them because it's just a pro contrast and polar, short for polarization. Alright, click on look how different this filter makes. Just add so much depth into the image, and I kind of love the contrast, especially in the blue hour time. Look at the color, how much it pop out. Look at that, just one filter and then add so much different into this image. Okay, so for me, I just don't want to keep it to 100%. I'll try to keep it like 80%. Just find a way to intense. Obviously, you can just play around with it opacity, just see how intense that you want it. But for me, 80% is my happy place. Okay, on and off, on and off. Okay, okay. More people, would happy with the image, and I would say in I would say you can just pretty much stop it and then that's it, and you say it's done. But because I'm going to show you how I process most of my image, so I'm going to go a little bit further. But more of you, if you're still a beginner, you can just stop at this point, or you can just watch them along and maybe you learn something from it. So one thing that I want to remember is you don't have to do exactly what I do, but I just want you to know that it possibility that you can do some stuff like this in Photoshop, and I think that's more important thing that you should remember, because I just don't want like all the anyone to actually spend way too much time on the computer, because landscape photography you should just go out there and taking pictures. So yeah, so what I do in this image is I really want to bring out the brightness of the shadow here, some of this bed here. Let me create a layer that you can see, and then let change that to red, okay, pink maybe. So what I want to do is see this shadow here. I want to bring them out. I want to bring some of this shadow out. Maybe some of the high. I want to bring them out a bit, and not maybe some of the bed here, but and then probably some of this area here, and some of this here. So for some reason this side is slightly darker than this side, but obviously why is that? Because the sun set from this side, so more of the darkness going that side. So if you know what I mean. But anyway, I want to bring out of bring out the brightness in this side of the house, because if you look at this side, it's so pastel color, and I kind of like it. And this house should look slightly similar to. Let's delete the layer. We don't need that. That's just a sample. Alright, how do I do it? I'll go back to channel mode. Click on the layer that I would created before called highlight. Let's just name that highlight so we know what the layer is. Oh, that's right, highlight? Yeah, oh, yeah, highlights. And then let's duplicate this layer and name this shadow. Okay, Command I, convert that, and you can see this mod are targeting all the shadow. You can see, because like remember that all this board here completely black. I'm not gonna actually do anything to this area, because if I bring all the shadow out, you're gonna see a lot of noise and grain, and it look nasty. Something that I don't want to do. But the bed here, you can see the house here, the white here, that you can bring some of the detail back. Maybe something's out here, I don't know. Let's see, let's try brush them out, let's see what we can do. Alright, hit the command keyboard, sorry, hit the command key and then left click in your mouse and select the the, the image, sorry, the mask. Go back to the layer, click on the folder, click on the layer mask, and then bang, and then if you all click that, you can see that you got that's your shadow mask. Let's just name them shadow so we know what that is. Okay. I should make sure I turn this layer back to black and white, just in case if I forgot. While we do it, we're gonna click on the color adjustment layer, and we're gonna target the brightness here. Bring it up a bit, bring it out a bit. Not that much like that, but just make it subtle. Things now, and then Control I, black out the layer mask, because what we're gonna do, we're going to actually local adjust them. Hit the B on your keyboard. Sorry, I need to go a little bit faster, but because we believe we 50 minutes into the video already, and it's get way too long. So, alright, make the spot a little bit softer, maybe zero hardness. Alright, let's just brush them out. There you go. Now you can see, like, just be careful. Don't hit the sky, because if you do that, you're gonna have slightly halo into it. Oop, I hit the wrong button. What am I doing? Oh, I hit the lock on my layer. Hit the wrong. Sorry. There you go. If you hit a forward slash on your keyboard, you will see where do you brush. So go a little bit too much on that edge there. I might brush them back in. Just hit the X on your keyboard, turn the brush back to black, and then brush them back in. So go back to white and turn off this layer, and then just bring the brightness back to the house. Okay, I like it. Nice. No, yeah, I can just brush some of the boards here. Oh, I kind of like how the board is like so still. There's no motion burn to them. But then again, this look good here are so still. That's why I love taking picture in Burano. Everything just turns still, especially during blue hour. No tourists left. You kind of get play to yourself really. So, well, maybe some photographer there, but other than that, you kind of get to play to yourself. So why do I just brush some of the shadow back out? Maybe just try brush some of this. Oh god, my laptop are very kicking in now. The fan really kicking in. So much intent and so many layer now. So I think that's why. Let's just see that I didn't brush out into the sky, and I did. Let's brush them back in. Okay, just to be careful when you brush. So okay, I might brush some of this back a bit. Especially the reflection here. I love the reflection, and sure. Okay, I'll brush down the sky again. Oop, hit the wrong mouse. Hit the black layer. Turn them up. Alright, let's see what's different that we make. Oop, hit the wrong button. Start layer, panel, or whatever you call it. Turn the eyeball on off. There you go. Not bad. Okay, clap that clap that layer. Let's just zoom them out a bit. By the way, I keep saying that make sure you look in this thumbnail here, because it's more important, because outline look good in thumbnail and the image overall should look good too. So yeah. Okay, let's make that small. Alright. It look kinda nice. Look like a postcard right now. I think you can just print it out. Okay, let's see. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go back to camera raw filter, because I want to add one more filter. And hopefully we call it for the day, I think. What I normally do, I'm hit Shift Command Option E to do another stem layer. And then what I do, I'm go to filter. I'm going to camera raw filter. It basically a Lightroom in Photoshop basically. So what I do, I'll go to effect. I really like the yeah, let's do this. Create a vignette and then increase the midpoint and round it up the vignette and add some feather. Just don't make it look too obvious of the vignette. I might add some of the green value, about 10. Should I add the green? I might not add the green, I might leave it. I might add the lighter. I might do a lighter. Tell you what, you know what, let's just cancel that. We come back to this filter later. Let's delete the layer. I want you to do one more thing. Because blue hour, I just want to add a blue, what you call that, blue cast or blue tint into the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjustment layer, click on that button now, go to solid, and what I do is I'll just pick the blue, click OK, change the opacity to 5%, hit enter, change the, what you call that, this panel here, I forgot the name now, sorry. Anyway, click on this panel, at the moment it's on normal, scroll down to color, and hit on up. I kind of like it, but still too much blue cap on this area here. What I do, I double click on this panel here, and then what you do is bring up a layer style, and we actually going to do about blend it. So we click underline layer, we click on the option key to break up this bottom here, bring them down a bit to about 37, 36. Obviously you might have to play around with them, and bring this bottom side. There you go. So yeah, we'll click on all. There you go. Very subtle, very subtle. Maybe I'll bring a little bit more to it. Oh, it's too much blue in the area. Actually, I do. It's okay. You might not see it on the screen because it's very subtle change, and that's what you should do into any image really. So try not to make so much increase into the change up to the image. Try to make everything subtle. That way, no one will question you that you actually Photoshop them. And to be fair, I just don't like the term of Photoshop anyway, because you not actually Photoshop the image. You actually enhancing the information of that image, because so much information into this image that you can bring back. So end of the day, so you actually creating the image. So you, well, I don't know, some people say taking the photo, but so I think different people got different argument to it. But for me, end of the day, you actually enhance to the image what it look into, what you think that image would look like into your head. So that's how I see it, and that's how I remember that moment when I was stand there to on display that way to look like to my eye. And so yeah, so and that this blue tint here definitely adds the sweet spot to the image. Let's just name the image before I forgot to say blue tint, and I'll spell it blue long. Alright, done. Okay, we done that. Let's go back to, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to, oh, when I don't like the grain on this image, I'm gonna do noise correction on this quick. Let's just do stem layer, shift command option E. Okay, good thing about the collection plugin is that you got a noise reduction, and it's very good. So you go to the collection, go to define 2, and wait to load. By the way, this video is gone over an hour now. God, way too long. But I hope it's helping some people out there that want to actually edit the way I do. So I just want to see how I do it. So like I say, you don't have to do exactly what I do, but just bear in mind that it is possible to do some of the things that I do. So okay, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave that to auto. Click on the measure tab, and if I target the sky, you can see that if I you see the, I'm not sure you can see on the screen, but you can see a little bit of the grain there. And what the define layer filter do, it just reduce some of the grain. You probably can't see it, but I can see it. So okay. By the way, it's gonna make the image softer. By the way, just like any noise reduction filter, is always make the image softer. So what we have to do, we have to sharpen the image. So we're gonna do that when we finish. So delete the layer underneath that, but you don't need that, and then rename the image to noise reduction. We're gonna put RD noise reduction, so that way I know what that is. Alright, now we're gonna go to the camera roll filter, Shift Command Option E, go to filter, go to camera roll filter. Alright, we're gonna go to effect panel, put the vignetting, sorry, and then increase the midpoint, rounded feather. So you can see that. To be fair, like I said, the reason I'll do the vignette because I want this area here to be less invisible, because I want the eye for the viewer to look through this thick part here and then to the horizon. All this bit here is I just try to like black out a bit, so that's why I put the vignette. Okay, I'm gonna go to basic panel. We're going to increase the temperature. Yeah, probably just about 7. No, I'm not gonna do 10. Leave it normal. Increase the exposure. About 10, 0.10. Bring back. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do the contrast. No, highlight. Bring down the highlight again. And bring up the shadow. Okay. I might go back to the vignette thing again because it's way too bright. Okay. So next we're gonna go to ready. Oh no. What's that? Graduated filter, sorry, I forgot the name. And then gonna add more darken. Oh yeah, I only got my period setting for 0.4. And going to add some darken to the side of the image. Maybe bring a little bit more, yeah. And add one more to this left. Oh, I hit the wrong button. To the left side. Nice. I might put intense. Look at that, lovely. I go back to the basic panel. I just want to do something. Bring back the highlight a bit. Okay. Go back to the graduate filter. I think way too intense. There you go. Click OK. Okay, let's just name it before I forgot. Camera roll filter. So we'll do CR filter, short for camera roll. Bring down the capacity to about 80%. I just don't want to keep the highlight. Click on and off. There you go. The blue cast gone already. I kind of like the blue cast. But nah, it'll be alright. I can bring the some cat. No, I can't. Actually, I kind of like it. Definitely add the pop to the image. Okay, guys, let's just move on to the next step. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a midtone mask. How we do it? Just like we done before. We go to channel tab, option, click on the highlight layer, and it should get a layer and here, and then do another option, command. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Just hit the command and then click on the layer, and then hit the command again, option, shift, and then click on the shadow, and you should get a warning like this, say no pixel. So select it, click OK, it's okay, and click on the mask, and there you go. That's your midtone layer. Let's just name them. And then what we do, we go back to the layer mask tab, click on the folder, and then click on the mask, layer mask, sorry, and then just name them to midtone. And there you go, what's it look like. And then what I do is I just go to adjustment layer, also curve adjustment layer, and just pretty much do the S curve. That's it. Done. Nice and simple. Just make it bigger so you guys can see. If you toggle on and off, you can see the change. What I normally do is I just load out the opacity to 80% and just toggle on and off again. Very subtle change. That's what I like. Okay, the last step is just sharpen some of the house here because we add a noise reduction and it makes some of the image here soft. So how do we do it? You should create a stem layer, shift command option E, go to filter, go to other, go to high pass. This is my setting, 2.5. If you got like a full frame, you can just bump it up to 3. So that's depend on your camera and also your lens. So, but my one is 2.5 kind of work well for me. So that's what I choose. Click OK. Change the blender mode to overlay, and there you go. And I just named that before I forgot. High pass. If I zoom in, you can see how sharp the image now. Toggle on and off. There you go. Maybe it's too much, but I kinda like it really. I don't know, load out to about 90% really. And there you go, that's your final image. Let me make it full screen. There you go, that's what it looked like. And if you guys watching to the end, I want to say thank you. And I hope you learned some of the stuff that I done. But if you find that very confusing, like I said, just give me a comment and I'll try my best to answer some of you guys' questions. So thank you and hopefully see you guys soon on my next video. Bye.